What's good, everybody? Back with another video. Today we got the Orlando Magic. This is a team that is currently rebuilding, but I don't really know what direction they're trying to move in. It looked like they were really planning on having Cole Anthony as their starting point guard for the foreseeable future, but they used the fifth overall pick on Jalen Suggs this year, which really is just an immediate replacement at the point guard position. I don't really see Suggs as a shooting guard, as he's really a distributor first. So he's sitting there with the ball, creating plays and doing his thing there. And then Cole Anthony, which is the one that they're replacing, as far as I see it at least. He's 6'2", so he's not really a guy you can just slide over to that shooting guard position. So like I said, not exactly sure what direction they're trying to go here, but it is a rebuilding team. Jalen Suggs is going to be the guy, I assume, here. He's the guy that they drafted, like I said, 5th overall. He should be the starting point guard over Cole Anthony unless they want him coming off the bench, which I think would be really weird and kind of a waste of a 5th round pick unless you just want him to develop slowly. But I guess that's up for them to decide, and we'll see what happens there. Suggs, like I said, is an elite passer. He's got elite passing abilities. He threw probably what I think might be the prettiest bounce pass, I'll say. I won't say the prettiest dime, because there's been some full court heaves and stuff that have been right on the money. LaMelo throws some nice passes. But Suggs, when he was at Gonzaga, threw this bounce pass that was about 3/4 court and around the defender. And that had to be one of the most beautiful passes I've ever seen. It was right on the money, but he's just got a nose for being able to get the ball where it needs to be. And I guess that you can attribute that to his quarterback vision, as he played quarterback at his high school. So he's got that going for him, and I'm sure he can develop into a solid scorer. He loves the big moment, it seems like. We saw him hit the huge shot at Gonzaga and the March Madness tournament. He hit a super big three-pointer in the preseason here just a couple days ago. So he likes taking those big shots, and he's not afraid to shy away from it. So I see this guy being their point guard / player of the future. And then Cole Anthony may not be the guy, but he's still an important role player on this team. He's a good scorer. He's a solid playmaker. He's a great effort player, which is demonstrated by his 4.7 rebounds a game last season. And that's as a rookie 6'2" point guard. So he's not the biggest dude at his position or close to it, but he's still going out there and getting almost 5 rebounds his rookie season. It's kind of crazy if you ask me. 6'2" point guards aren't really doing that on the glass. He scores quick and often when he gets hot. So he's not a guy that this team's just going to dump, I don't think, at least. But I just don't feel like he's the guy that they're focusing on if they went and took Jalen Suggs, which plays the same position with their 5th overall pick. RJ Hampton's another young guard on this roster. He looks to make his own way. He's got a battle with Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs for some minutes, but RJ Hampton's more capable of moving to the shooting guard than Cole Anthony is. Suggs is capable of it, but like I said, his play style really kind of requires the ball to be in his hands, whereas RJ Hampton does need the ball in his hands, but he doesn't necessarily have to be the primary ball handler when he's on the court. His overall numbers were improved after the trade from Denver to Orlando last year, which can be attributed to the extra volume that he got to see, but also his percentages after the move to Orlando and the Aaron Gordon trade went up. So when you see those percentages go up and not just those overall numbers, that's a really good sign. Hopefully Hampton gets some confidence now, knows that he's kind of in a place where he gets to develop, where the pressure's not on him, whereas in Denver, coming in as a rookie, kind of had high expectations and wasn't fulfilling those right off the bat, and then they just kind of moved on because Denver's obviously a win-now team. Orlando is a rebuilding, developing team now. We hope to see Jonathan Isaac healthy and playing this year. He missed all of last season and the last half of the pandemic season before the pandemic shut everything down. So he hasn't played in the NBA in a while, so about year and a half or so, 2 years, close to it. He's also had some issues and some criticism over his choice not to be vaccinated, but it shouldn't be as big of a deal as we're seeing with Kyrie Irving in Brooklyn, because Florida does not have any kind of state law requiring you to be vaccinated or blah, 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 whatever the rules are, whereas New York and California do. So it could pose a problem once he goes to try and play in those states. But as far as being on the Magic and being in Orlando, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. There just might be some pushback in the locker room or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully they handle this like professionals. I respect Jonathan Isaac's choice, but it's your choice to do what you want with your body as far as stuff like that goes. So it's whatever. I don't really care. I just want to see these dudes be able to play and not be like crapped on for not going to get a shot. That's just dumb if you ask me. Whether you get the shot or not, you should be able to play. That's your body. Do what you want. But Isaac's an elite defender. When he's on the court, I should say, he can shoot the three ball decently well. He's relatively young. He's still 24, so pretty young in NBA years. Although we have seen the league just progressing younger and younger. But he should be another building block for this franchise, along with Jalen Suggs and these other guards that I mentioned, Cole Anthony and RJ Hampton. Wendell Carter Jr. is another good player here, but really would love to see Mo Bamba play some minutes. This dude has not even gotten, I don't think he's gotten to 16 or 17 minutes a game in his career at this point, and he's played 3 seasons now, I believe. Please play this man, Orlando. If you can hear me somehow, someone get this message to Orlando. Play Mo Bamba. I would love to see what this dude can do with 20 plus minutes per game. He's a great rebounder. He's a great shot blocker. He's got a 7'10" wingspan, which is tied for second longest in the NBA currently, only behind Taco Fall. He's tied with Boban, but Mo Bamba's just got so much more athleticism than these dudes do, which is insane. Mo Bamba can move around the court, unlike Taco and Boban. They're a bit slower players, but Mo Bamba can go around the court. He can jump very well, for his size at least. And like I said, that 7'10" wingspan, he can just go out there and swat shots, and he can reach over people without getting called for over the back fouls. Just let this man play some minutes, see what he can actually do. I don't know if there's something that I'm not seeing that they do, and that's why they're not playing him, but please play Mo Bamba. That's all I want. If he doesn't get time this season, I want to see him go somewhere that's going to play him and give him that chance, because this dude is a stud when it comes to shot blocking, and he can be a very quality center in this league. Wendell Carter came over in the Vucevic trade, and he's a quality young starting center, he's a quality young center. He probably will be the starter for this team, though. I believe they were starting him most of the time after he came over, and Mo Bamba, I believe I only saw had about 4 starts last year, so that could have been Vucevic injury before Wendell Carter came over. It could have been Wendell Carter missed some games. I don't know, but obviously they're favoring Carter over Mo Bamba and literally any center that plays on this roster over Mo Bamba. And I hate it so much. But Carter's slightly undersized for a center that doesn't shoot the ball well from the perimeter. He's efficient in the paint, but he is a good rebounder and he is a good athlete. But he probably will be the starter for this team, which is unfortunate for my happiness' sake and also unfortunate for Mo Bamba himself. But we'll see. Maybe Bamba can take over and end up becoming a better player than Wendell Carter and getting that favor from the coach. Only time will tell what happens with that, but fingers crossed. Markelle Fultz was off to a solid start last season, but he proved again that he can't stay healthy. And if you can't stay healthy in this league, then there's not really too much room for you. This makes the contract that Orlando gave to him look not great. Getting paid about 16 or 17 million a year, I believe, for the next 2 seasons, and then it's not guaranteed, I believe. I don't know the exact numbers on that, but I think it's somewhere around that. But hopefully they can just get out of that contract soon. Markelle Fultz, hoping he can stay healthy, but he's just been an injury liability his whole career, and it looks like it's going to continue that way, unfortunately. I do really wish the best for him, though, because, like I said, he was looking improved, and he was off to a solid start for the first 8 games or whatever he got to play last year. Terrence Ross is an underrated part of this roster. He's going to make a difference on the court and probably in the locker room, as well as Robin Lopez and E'Twaun Moore, who are some other real veterans on this roster. Gary Harris is also there. He's got about 7 years in the league now, but I just don't really see him as a veteran like these guys are. I feel like Ross and Lopez and Moore have kind of been through more. I think they're a bit older by a couple years at least. Could be wrong on that, but Gary Harris just doesn't give off that veteran appeal that these 3 guys do. Franz Wagner is my favorite part of this team. I've loved him since like the 2nd or 3rd game I saw him play at Michigan. He's a quality scorer. He can shoot from deep. Not the best shooter, but he can shoot from deep. He's a solid perimeter defender. He's got quick hands. He's got very good leadership. And he's absolutely everything you could want in a 20-year-old wing that your franchise uses your 8th overall pick on. So really hope to see Wagner get some good run with this team, and I hope that he pans out in the league because, like I said, I love him. I think Orlando fans are going to love him if they don't already. So let's go Franz Wagner. My season predictions for this team, like the Thunder you saw in the last video, I don't think it's a team that improves much. And they finish around that 20 to 25 win mark. But they just continue to figure out their future plans for the roster. And their new coach, Jamal Mosley, figures out what he wants to do with this roster and his rotation. So not a playoff team, about 20 to 25 wins. But I think they start getting things figured out and start to get rolling. Maybe next season, we'll see. That is my breakdown for the Orlando Magic. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like on the video, comment your thoughts on this team or specific players on this team. Maybe let me know what you think about Mo Bamba. Tell me if there's something I'm missing and there's a reason that he's not on the court. But yeah, just if you want to leave a comment, I'll probably respond, interact with it a little bit, and give some more thoughts, give some more elaborate takes in there. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.